Social Security survivor benefits and widows benefits can be confusing for a lot of people. When do you apply? Who is eligible for widows benefits? And what are the 2025 rules that you need to follow when you apply for benefits? Let's dig in. I am Kwame Kwade. I am an entrepreneur and personal finance expert. For 15 years, I've been creating content to help seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. And I am also an adjunct professor. I teach finance to graduate students at one of the most prestigious universities in the country. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We really do appreciate your help. And finally, as always, I want to know where you're watching this broadcast from. So do me a favor, go into the comments and let me know your city and your state. But let's talk about widows benefits, Social Security survivor benefits. What are the 2025 updates you need to be aware of in order to apply? And most importantly, who is eligible? Let's dig in. So, survivor benefits provide up to 100% of a deceased spouse's earned Social Security benefits. Over 4 million widows and widowers currently receive these payments. Now, claiming at age 60 grants you 71% of the deceased benefit, while waiting until full retirement age, which is between 66 and 67 years for some people, unlocks 100% of the benefits. Delaying claiming your survivor benefits or your widow's benefits maximizes lifetime income for long-lived seniors. Now, there is a reduction issue here. If you earn over $23,400, meaning that you are receiving widow's benefit or survivor benefits and you're working, if you go over $23,400, for every $2 you go over that limit, you're going to lose $1 of your widow's benefits. Part-time employment, therefore, requires careful income tracking. Now, how do you document or show that you are eligible for widow's benefit or survivor benefits? Well, you need a marriage license or divorce decree for ex-spouses and banking details. Funeral homes automatically submit death certificate to the Social Security Administration. Now, what are the 2025 rules you have to pay attention to when it comes to widows benefits? Benefits require a 9-month marriage versus a 10-year marriage for divorced survivors. So if you're currently married and your spouse passes away and you've been married for 9 months or more, you are eligible for widows or survivors benefits. But if you're claiming survivor benefits as an ex-spouse or a divorced spouse, then you have to have been married for 10 years and you cannot be currently married. Exceptions may apply for accidental deaths or military service related fatalities. Now, there's an age threshold. Non-disabled widows can claim reduced benefit at age 60, but you can claim at age 50 if disabled. Full benefits require waiting until your full retirement age, which is 66 years and change, or 67 if you're born after 1960. Now, there's a disabled widow exemption. Disabled widows aged 50 to 59 qualify with medical proof. Benefits mirror standard reductions, but provide earlier access. Now, divorce complication. Ex-spouses need 10 years of marriage, and you have to prove records. Social Security cross-references databases, but requires certified divorce decrees. Now, how can you calculate your widow's benefit? Benefits derive from the spouse's primary insurance amount, which is the base amount of how much they earn based on their 35 highest years of working. The primary insurance amount at their full retirement age, even if they claim early or late. So this is very important. Claiming early at age 60 locks in 71% of the primary insurance amount. Each delayed year increases payment by 8.3% until you reach 100% at your full retirement age. Now, if the spouse postponed benefits past their full retirement age, widows inherit the boosted amount up to 132% of their primary insurance amount. And then there are dual benefit restrictions. Seniors cannot combine widow's benefit with personal retirement payments. Social Security automatically pays the higher amount. So, to explain how Social Security widows benefits are calculated, here are a few examples assuming the deceased spouse was receiving $2,000 in monthly benefit. So, scenario: surviving spouse claims benefit at full retirement age. The monthly benefit is $2,000. Well, then you will receive 100% of the deceased spouse's benefit amount. Surviving spouse claims at age 60. Well, you're going to get $1,500 because you're claiming early. Benefits are reduced due to claiming before your full retirement age. Surviving spouse works and exceeds the earnings test. Well, if you exceed the earnings test, then you will get about $1,200 depending on how much you exceeded it. Earnings above the limit results in temporary reduction in benefits. And then surviving spouse also receives supplemental security income. Then you are getting more money. SSI supplements Social Security benefits for those with limited income and resources. So this is an example of what could happen if you are claiming survivor benefits and have other factors that are influencing things around you. Now, if you're working while receiving survivor benefits, $23,400 is the gross limit that triggers penalties. Exceeding it reduces your benefit by $1 for every $2 you go over the limit. Earning $34,000 would slash benefits by $5,250 annually. So seniors must adjust work hours or use Roth IRAs to avoid taxable income. That is a tax strategy. You have to talk to your professional financial advisor about that. Pensions, investments, and rental income do not count towards the earning limit. So prioritize non-wage earnings to prevent having to go into or go above the earnings limits and get your Social Security benefits reduced. And then notify the Social Security Administration within 10 days of exceeding projections. Mid-year adjustments can prevent unexpected payment demands. Now, repayment has become a big issue. And one of the reasons why you want to pay attention to making sure that you don't go over the limit is that if you go over the limit and you don't report it and they are paying you money you shouldn't have received and they hit you with an overpayment, the new policy under the Trump administration is to stop your Social Security benefits until all the money has been paid back. So they'll stop sending your Social Security check and use that money to pay back the overpayment until it's all paid back. So it's important that if you are working and collecting Social Security, you pay attention to the earnings limit if you are under your full retirement age. How to apply for widow's benefits. Applying for widow's benefit is an easy process. You go online, you can apply through the Social Security website. They may ask you to verify your identity online, and if you cannot do that, you have to go in person to do that. You can call the toll-free number, or you can apply in person by making an appointment at the nearest Social Security office. When applying, it is very important to have the right documents. You will need the deceased spouse's Social Security number, marriage certificate, and death certificate. The SSA provides a checklist on their website. This helps ensure applicants have everything they need for a simple application. Now, if you apply in person, schedule an appointment 4 to 6 weeks ahead. Bring originals plus 2 copies of the marriage and divorce papers. Provide voided checks or direct deposit forms so that the money can be deposited into your account. Paper checks may delay funds by 3 to 5 business days. And then 37% of applicants face incorrect denials. Make sure that you have all your documents intact so that you are not frustrated by this process. And then use the My Social Security portal to check your status. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks for them to process survivor and widow's benefits. Now, how can you maximize your benefits? There are various strategies that can help you maximize your survival benefits. Delaying benefits. If you wait to claim widow's benefits beyond full retirement age, your monthly benefit payment will be higher. Some factors like getting a government pension may lower the widow's benefit if you receive one, but there's been a recent law, which is the Social Security Fairness Act, which may exempt you from losing your Social Security, widows, or survivor benefits, or getting it cut, even if you're getting a government pension. So you need to look into that. And then dependent children of the deceased spouse may qualify for survivor benefits until age 18 or 19 if they are still in high school. There may be dual eligibility. Widows qualify for both but receive only the higher amount. So if you have your own benefits and you're also trying to apply for survivor benefits, whichever is higher is what you're going to get. Survivor full retirement age is 2 to 3 years earlier than standard retirement. And then those already claiming personal benefit can switch to survivor benefits at full retirement age for permanent increase. So that's an important strategy. And survivor claims automatically terminate spousal benefits. Exceptions apply for only disabled adult children. There's so much in this whole process. That's why I wanted to do a video to explain everything to you, because there's so many complexities to this. So, maximizing delayed benefit for spouses who delay benefits past retirement age. Widows inherit accrued credit. A 3-year delay equals 124% PIA amount. Seniors can backdate applications up to 6 months for lump sum payment, but lose delayed credit for those months. And then widows limit. Delayed credit stops accruing at the spouse's death. Subsequent widow delays don't increase that benefit further. And then waiting until age 70, if you want to do a break-even analysis, those living past 82, it makes sense to wait. Otherwise, it doesn't. So use your life expectancy calculators to just play around and see, based on your own feelings about your own health and all the other factors, when you think is an appropriate time to delay up to age 70 or claim at your full retirement age or claim early at age 60. Now, here are some mistakes to avoid. 60-year-old forfeit $1,122 per month by not waiting until age 67. And so you can use a calculator to test that. If you work and make $30K part-time job, you reduce your benefit by $18,000 annually to $15K. So you can use things like HSAs and 401Ks to lower your taxable income. And then 38% of applicants get delayed due to unsigned divorce decrees or expired marriage licenses. Notarize all copies to make sure that they are still valid. And then survivor benefits only auto start if you're already receiving spousal payments. So if you are not, you have to go and apply. So there's not going to be an auto claim if you are not already receiving benefits. So here are the 2025 updates. COLA adjustments, obviously, is actually, that number is wrong. It's 2.5%. That was my mistake. And then if you have any fraud claims or you are frustrated with the process, call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213 to make sure that they are staying on top of your case and that they are processing your claim correctly. So next steps: gather marriage license, divorce decree, 2024 tax returns, and blank check details, and take them with you. Request official statement for deceased spouse's primary insurance amount and personal retirement estimate so that you make sure that you are getting the right amount. 23% of initial claims get denied. Secure legal aid contacts through local area agencies for aging if you get rejected for spousal or survivor benefits. And then reassess benefits after major life changes. Notify the Social Security Administration within 30 days of new marriages or income shifts. So that's all I have for you. Let me know what you think. Have you applied? Are you getting ready to apply? What are your concerns? I want to hear from you in the comment section below. Let's talk about Medicare very quickly. I have been bringing you this Medicare help because I think it's going to help a lot of people. If you're turning 65 or currently on Medicare, you could get on a better plan and you could save $1,100 a year. Let's talk about it. There are 24,000 Medicare plans out there. In case you did not know, yes, that is why 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. Finding the right plan for you that fits your budget, your needs, and the coverage you need, the doctors you need in your network, the prescriptions you need can be a daunting task. And picking the wrong plan can cost you money and affect your health, especially if you need services and cannot access those services because they are not covered by your plan. Well, we have help. We have partnered with an amazing organization, Chapter Medicare, and their whole mission is to make Medicare simple so that you can understand Medicare and the options available to you, choose the right plan, and use your Medicare and maximize your benefits. And this whole company came out of one of the co-founders' experience with his parents about Medicare enrollment. So here's what they said. One of the co-founders of Chapter Medicare had watched his parents struggle to navigate the process of choosing a Medicare plan and wind up paying premiums that were hundreds of dollars a month more than they ought to have been. He realized what a terrible experience the whole process was and decided to do something about it. Another co-founder wrote a leading book about Medicare, The Three Medicare Decisions to Protect Your Health and Money. And here's what he has to say. When I started my job as a Medicare advisor, I discovered that many Americans were getting misled into buying the wrong plans simply because no one took the time to sit them down and explain what's going on. That is what Chapter wants to do for you, to explain what's going on. They have access to all 24,000 plans and their services are free to you. Actually, they are the only organization that has access to all 24,000 Medicare plans. And they do not pay their licensed agents to push specific plans. They are not there to advocate for the insurance company. They're there to advocate for you, which is why we wanted to partner with them. And you can save about $1,100 on average. So call them today, 539-205-2147. And when you call them, these are the people you're going to be talking to. I pulled this right out of their website. These are their licensed agents that you are seeing on the screen, some of them that you're going to be on the phone with. And when you call them, Chapter will show you every Medicare option available to you in your local area, including detailed information about which doctors, specialists, prescription drugs, and hospitals are covered, what copays cost, and how all the plans compare to traditional Medicare so they can make an informed decision. So call them today or you go to askchapter.org/insider and fill out a short form. But you want to avoid being one of the 90% of seniors that are in the wrong Medicare plan because it's going to cost you to be in the wrong plan, either money or affect your health because you don't have services when you need them. And these guys are the real deal. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, 5-star ratings all around. You can watch or read them online for yourself. Everything is out there for you to discover. I'm bringing it to you because I think these guys are going to help you tremendously, and they've changed a lot of people's lives by helping them get into the right Medicare plan that is right for them. And then finally, if you are interested in staying on top of all the news and updates, or if you're struggling to just keep up with all the changes that are happening with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and more, anything in and out of Congress, sign up for our newsletter. Go to benefitsinsider.co/subscribe or go to our YouTube channel. At the top of the channel, there is a link to our newsletter. Put in your email, and we will be updating you in real time anything in and out of Congress that could affect your Social Security or Medicare benefits. So that is all I have for you today. So until I see you tomorrow in the next video, thank you for watching.